Here's my A600.2. It's the crown jewel of my collection, really. It's basically perfect, but there's a problem with it. I've been trying to get it fixed for years, a couple years. I've had it into two of the old school repair fields, well-known name, like well-respected names, and they say that they can't hear the problem. And so I had it into both of them, and I didn't give them a hard time or anything, but I did, over email when they had it in their hands in their shop. I did explain, I did provide like a lot of extra detail on what I was hearing, and what to look for and what the problem was, and both of them just said they couldn't hear any problem at all. So it's basically there's distortion, and so ultimately I gave up and thought I gave up on using it as an SQ amp for like a front stage, and I don't do these amps in the car. I may maybe at one point I will, but I use them in the home for my systems. I have a couple of them running at any given time. So I thought I was going to use it as the front. As I gave up on using it on mids and highs, and I was just going to use it as a bass amp, probably what it was originally intended for with all this power, because I thought, well, the distortion, it isn't going to show up. I originally heard the distortion in basically mid-range voices, piano, horns, stuff like that. So I thought bass, it's the distortion's just not going to show up in bass, so I can use it for that purpose as a bass amp and just do some subs. But I was wrong. I tested it with just this bass test yesterday, and I'm going to show you now that you'll. So this is what this amp sounds like with just a bass test running. So let's run that bass test, just bass, and listen to this. We'll do the left speaker now. All right, now I'll show you this same bass test on another. So here we have another system I have running in the house here. And here's that bass test again. This is what it should sound like. This is what all my other amps sound like. The only one that has that rattly, gravelly sound, and it shows up is that A600.2, and it shows up as basically as staticky, scratchy distortion in mid ranges. So anyway, here's the bass test on. The other speaker. All right, let's go back. Let's do A/B. We'll A/B test this a couple times. Okay, back to the PPI. And the other speaker. Back to the sound stream. The PPI. the Soundstream. And just one more time on the PPI.